You gotta really love these lag spikes that just suddenly happened in the middle of the actual update screen. Anyways, greetings Entities and Guardians. Why is that pressing right there? Sheesh, how dare you. Anyways, greetings Entities and Guardians. My name is HyperHimes and welcome back to Kickerine Kingdom, where a brand new update just came out known as FARERS of the Faraway Sea. This apparently added an actual good amount of cookies, surprisingly enough. Both NPC-wise and also ones that are actually playable, because as you can see here, there's two cookies that we can see on the screen, which I think one is named Jagua cookie, and the other one is Manju? I'm still trying to get used to them. They're more from a different place, I guess, but I really love how this update looks, and they also added a ton of other new features too, and I want to check that out. But I think they also added a lime cookie, and upcoming soon, they're also going to be adding grapefruit cookie, so we're getting a whole heck ton of cookies. By the way, this thing just fell off the side of my chair. How dare you? I need like a new chair at some point, because yeesh. But, anywho, it is just going to be a fun time all around. I want to experience what this new update has to offer, and also I want to check out, you know, the new cookies and stuff, see who I can pull, probably like dedicate like some gacha videos to this, and see what we can actually manage to pull off. Was there a starting cutscene in that? Because I couldn't even see it. I don't know, maybe it was just like, because there was like a thing at the front where it was like, oh, there's like a, like next to the cogwheel video thing. Manju Cookie's hometown is a beautiful, serene river, while Jagua Cookie's hometown is by a lovely harbor. Okay, so we got some differences. Alright, so obviously right here we have the new update, the Glorious Voyage, or the Glorious Voyage. I don't think it matters, but I'm pretty sure it's Voyage, which of course you get the two primary cookies at the front of this, but also you got our champion, Custard Cookie III, our king, our lord, and also Mango Cookie, who's just struggling, but you know what, I think they've dealt with worse, so they've got it under control. Now also, we have two new legendary costumes, one for Mystic Flower Cookie and one for Dark Cacao Cookie, being World of Stillness, so basically the bad ending for the both of them, which is kind of sad, but that is how it is. Now of course, we have Jagua Cookie, Guildmaster with the exquisite taste. We have Manju Cookie, he'll source anything for the customer, and Lime Cookie, the third member of the Citrus Squad. I love how it's like, guild member with the exquisite taste. He can source anything out for the customer. Citrus Squad number 3. Like, really? Come on. And of course, there is more stuff, like for example, check out the Mystic Flower Cookie Castle and Fountain design, so if you want to make your kingdom look a little bit more, you know, devoid of life. And there it is. There's also more fun and rewards in My Cookie Adventure, so that's awesome. And lastly, there's a new top stage added in Trial Ground, but I think there was some more things added, I'm pretty sure. Let's just check for ourselves. This is Merchants of the Sea. Merchants of the Seas, I think that's the story. We have Jagua Cookie and Manju Cookie both being epics. The Glorious Voyage is apparently a new game mode, Kingdom Pass, yada yada. And there's also a trade pass, login package, and all this stuff. We understand how this works. Alright. Arcade Arena is now open, by the way. That is indeed something that we've seen before, but also it's something that we, you know, can go ahead and partake in. So before I go on, I do want to mention that I will be trying to read comments on the video, fixing up all the Pure Vanilla Island, or all of Pure Vanilla Island, because, you know, gotta fix that Cookies Island, you know. But anyway, if you want to leave your questions and comments on the comment section down below in this video, then feel free to do so, because it could be a random question, a random comment, a random fact, something about me, something about you, something about me. What? Something entirely different. It doesn't even matter, because as long as we're having a fun time at the end of the day, and we appreciate each other during these videos or something, from community to creator and creator to community, and that's what matters the most. And something I mentioned for forgetting, I forgot to mention,
Stay
was
back,
I'm gonna be
or you might get hurt.
I'm fine, I'll have you know. I'm gonna be reading the comments on the video, so just know that. So before we get started, I do want to check out some of the events. There actually is Dominion of the Beast, which is for Mystic Flower and Burning Spice. Now, for what I can understand, I'm pretty sure if they release a part 2 for this, it's gonna be for all of Shadow Milk, one for Eternal Sugar, and then one for Silent Salt, because I feel like they're waiting for part 2 to release one Silent Salt releases. Because I'm pretty sure that's how the Might of the Ancients was first like. It was first like, oh, you could choose between Hollyberry, Dark Cacao, and Pure Vanilla. But part 2 is like, choose between White Lily and Golden Cheese. I might honestly pick Burning Spice once I get the chance, because I am curious to see if there's any unique like lore to this. But that's just me. Also, there's some new sets of daily gifts, pretty good. There's a whole trade pass, so if you want to go ahead and trade, that's good. And oh my gosh, look. The custard cookie is looking up just like, my hero. So awesome, so amazing. We have the FARERS of Faraway Sea. So this is similar to the actual event in regards to Orange Cookie and the islands and stuff. We have the Seafarers Gacha. So pulling for both Seafarers cookies, so being Jagua cookie and Manju cookie, can help you get some certain rewards. And also the Glorious Voyage supply mission. So doing things in the Glorious Voyage and buying any goods and doing certain turns will help you get certain rewards. There's also My Cookie Adventure rewards, which is good because there's one for easy, some for normal, and some for hard. Okay, which we already created in My Cookie, so that's easy. So we could definitely focus on that at some point. Arcade Arena Challenge. This is, of course, a classic thing. It's basically like the guild. What do I mean? The arena, except it's arcade filled and has custom things to go with it. There also is a costume gacha event, which there's a story behind this. Oh, that's interesting. You save a Brima Cubes to try and pull for them. Anyway, there's also Trial Grounds event where you basically need to just try and make a crystal gem or something like that, and you just go through the new Trial Grounds or something. There's also an Upgrade Jagua Cookie event, an Upgrade Manju Cookie event, and an Upgrade Lime Cookie event. Other than that, that's really about that. But, the pass and stuff is closed, so of course, man, I don't even think I did good in regards to the last pass. I'm going to be honest with you. I think I just completely forgot about that. Man, I really need to lock in back on my Cookie Run game. I need to get back in my productive mood and stuff. Anywho, with that being said, if you check out the new gacha, then check this out. There's actually 2 cookies that you can get here, which, by that said, there's Jagua Cookie and Manju Cookie. So, that's actually really cool, because this is the first time where in a featured gacha, I'm pretty sure, you can get 2 cookies. It's actually really unique. Will I be able to pull both in one pull? I don't know, but apparently according to the probabilities, they both have rates up. So it should be a little bit easier to get them, I'm hoping. Basically, I'm getting a 3% chance to pull for either or. But before we go ahead and start pulling, I just want to say, first of all, you can also pull for Lime Cookie in another gacha. It'll just, take a little bit more. But also, in the gacha of Fate, the chance is up here. And of course, with the costumes, there's these. And apparently, there's nothing for the... Well, there's Summer Sour. Of course, we saw those as costumes, but I thought I was going to see the... Oh, no, wait, they're right here. We're not going to click on these just yet, because, save that for another video. Treasures, daily gift. And yeah, before we start doing actual polls, because I guess we'll start doing the polls for, either Jagua Cookie or Manju Cookie, we're going to go ahead and read some comments. Like, first of all, there's one from Andraskalvik Chunji. I think I butchered that name, but you said, but you know what Pure Vanilla voice actors coming back with muted voice lines. We'll see what will happen with that humming. What? Okay. I hope I can understand your grammar, good sir. Let's do a poll. Gamer of Silliness also made a comment saying, honestly, I prefer it when it's not like that cold or that hot of weather, but out of the 2, I prefer cold weather. Yeah, in my personal opinion, I prefer cold myself, but it's just because I think hot weather is a lot more of a chore to try and deal with. Of course, when I say cold weather, I don't even just exclusively mean snow. I just mean cold in general. Like, come on. I feel like dealing with hot weather is a lot more difficult to deal with cold weather. Because once it gets cold, does it cost any more money to, slap on a few extra pairs of clothing? Because you're most likely going to have extra. When it's hot, what the fuck do? You can only get off so much skin. Until you're just disgusting and in the nude. Come on. I know I'm going into too much detail, but don't blame me. Blame the life. I don't know. By the way, so far it's only giving me Munji, Manju? I'm gonna be so bad in regards to their names, but we only got 5 of their soul stones, and we did not get a single one for Jagua Cookie. Yeah, Manju Cookie. We got 5 of your soul stones, but we didn't get a single one for Jagua Cookie. Am I combining their names now? This is so bad. Of course, this does lead to an event where the more that you collect, the more that you can actually, get for rewards, so that is cool. But I realize I think I'm going to guarantee run out of cookie cutters in this update, primarily because, well, I not only have to use cookie cutters for both Jagua Cookie, but I also have to use it for Manju Cookie, but I also have to use it for Lime Cookie, and then later I have to use it for Grapefruit Cookie. So, good luck with that, I guess. They should make it so that you can, trade in, a couple of your normal cookie cutters for the magical ones. Just so, maybe, 20 of them for, 10 of the magical ones. I feel like that'd be a fair trade-off because, yeah, sure, you can pull from the normal gacha still, but you can have at least a little bit of a boosted chance of getting the 2 cookies that you actually want. But, and that's just me speaking from, a player perspective. Though not lychee, also left a comment saying, question of the day, I know I'm late as pleb, but cold weather, all day, every day, getting to bundle up in my bear hoodie in a dream, not to mention the silent snowfall while it's dark, sheesh, brings me all the way back. Honestly, it does sound like a nice vibe. We only got rares in that sheesh, and somehow super epic soul stones, are you kidding me? But, I guess that comforting feeling always takes anyone's back, because, like, come on. It's just so relaxing when you feel like that. By the way, now we're starting to catch back up as Jagua cookie soul stones. My problem is, now we say we'd be tied. We're going to have to use up a lot of soul stones if we're not lucky enough to get either or of the cookies. Like, I'm sorry, I think I just headbutted the microphone, and by that I mean shoulder bumped. But, like, at this rate, it might turn out to a point where, like, I can only do a video of pulling from one cookie, and then pulling for the other. There's going to be a lot of There is going to be a lot of content. Because if I have to specifically do each cookie in a gacha, that means there would already be 3. One for Jagua, one for Manju, and then one for Lime. But then there's also going to be a video that I have to dedicate to try and make myself get any sort of cookies from the gacha a fake, considering that the odds are boosted. And considering that there's literally like 4 different sets of them. You know, Pure Vanilla, Awakened, and Shadow Milk, Hollyberry, and Eternal Sugar, Dark Cacao, and Mystic Flower, and Golden Cheese and Burning Spice. I'm going to have to be pulling a lot. Like, look at this. Imagine 1 cookie, 2 cookie, 3 cookie, and then 4 cookie. And this goes for all of them. Lord of all everything. I'm only down to 62. This is where we're at right now. Oh, I thought I was going to get something first try. Anywho, a comment from Draco says, I really love the feature of setting up on the island with certain cookies. Beat getting some attention out of nowhere is also great. I love the notes that give some insight on the cookies living on the island. I really hope that they have more islands with a variety of cookies you can invite on your own, because as of right now, the only cookies you have are like 5 main cookies. The Pure Vanilla Island is, and new cookies that are added to the update. Pure Vanilla Island cookies and the new cookies that were just added. Though I fear that the future islands will just focus on higher rarity cookies and not cookies that would realistically want to be on an island vacation, but whatever. I feel like, honestly, I kind of think the opposite. I feel like they would focus on cookies with lower rarities because maybe they can go more in-depth with it. And I feel like the islands are not going to be their main priority to focus on. So instead, they're just like, yo, you know what? Let's just go ahead and just shove all these cookies in, you know, these random islands. If you want, you can go ahead and visit them, and why the club not? The only cookies I don't think they'll be doing that with are cookies like, you know, the BTS cookies, or like the guest cookies, like, you know, Disney, or like the Sonic Collab cookies. Those are the only ones I don't think would get much more like lore, unless if they do like, oh, this is called the special island. As you can see here, these are filled with the special cookies that you just want to try and get, which are very hard to get. But then again, the current most popular special cookies come from the Pavilion of Promise, which only consists of a child, a baby, a literal like animal caretaker, but is also a babysitter, and a bunny who can literally just transcend dimensions. Take your poison. I guarantee you'll die from it. JK, just please don't drink it. Anyway, with that being said, another comment I have to read comes from Alice Does Many Things, saying, question of the day, to be honest, I feel kind of both, well, because, you know, cold means snow, but hot cocoa and gifts, while hot weather means barbecue, pools, water parks, and more. Yeah, they both have their ups and downs, and I give credit where credit is due. Both are fun, but also both mean negatives. Like, for example, I love the hot weather. I love barbecue. I love pools, water parks, and all that stuff. But you know what I hate? Burning alive and insects. Let me tell you, I've had the worst time with insects this week. How you know? Well, I had to deal with a plethora of bed bugs on my own bed. Legit. And it was a struggle to get rid of them, but I think a majority of them should be gone. I mean, I still see them occasionally, but I think they're just trying to cower up and, like, whatever. I cleared them up with a certain poison, which I just realized we barely have any Manju cookie soul stones. It's just like powdery stuff. I wouldn't say use anything like bug spray, because that's very, very toxic. And also the powdery stuff, you could actually like put that wherever you want, and sooner or later it'll just like settle in and bugs be gone. I know that happened in the old apartment that I lived at, and let me tell you, I am not looking back since. Man, it really seems like we're only going to be able to get Jagua cookie. Like, really, this is the point where we're at. We're going to have to start spending crystals. And I haven't spent crystals on a gacha in, like, I don't know how long. Sheesh. What a struggle in life. Well, at least I'm spending them on something. Anyway, another comment from Truth as Clue says, question of the day, well, I prefer hot weather. I just hate feeling cold and getting sick. Yeah, that makes sense. Everyone hates getting sick. Hello? Oh, it's, Madeline? Valenciae? I think that's... It's not Queen Amon, because Queen Amon would be the dummies. Okay, it's Valenciae. Well, actually, you are close to, like, a 3-star Ascension, which is pretty good. But, I kind of expected for Jagua or Manju. But, like, come on. So, or is it Manju? Manju? It might be Manju, I don't know. But, hopefully I can at least get the rest of the... Never mind. Okay, well, there's Jagua cookie. We officially got the Jagua cookie in this video. Plumbing perfect. Alright, so, probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to show off Jagua cookie's, you know, custom, like, well, not custom, but, like, their unlock animation. Show that for the camera. And, once we get, like, a bonus Jagua cookie, I doubt it would happen. Like, come on. But, just in case, you never know. No, it's Fire Cookie Soul Stones. I swear, someone told me I was getting insane, like, luck in regards to the Soul Stones, which I kind of have to agree with, because, like, what the pleb? Alright, so, I think there was, like, 8 pulls in total. That's pretty nice. But before I show off the animation, I do at least want to read some comments, like, from Marshadow Activity, saying, question of the day, both are good. I last longer than cold, but I love both equally. That's fair enough. In Dictation says, how do you forget your own question of the days? Stress. Anyways, cold, snow, love, Canada, all the cold places I live in. That's fair. CPC, my beloved. Oh, chili pepper cookie. Saying cold. I will always be a summer hater. Doesn't mean I want to be in a cold winter, though. I love how you're, like, a summer hater, but, like, the cookie you say, CPC, chili pepper cookie, my beloved, is, like, a spicy hot cookie. Like, what? Dinkus left a comment saying second comment here. Maybe. And Minty Crusher Clan says, question of the day, I just like the changing of seasons through my history with the heat is not so great, but I'd rather not be frozen to death either. Yeah, it's really like a pick your poison. Anywho, let's just shut our face and go over to the cookie section over here, just so you can see this brand new cookie just rising to happen from her gate or something.
Time is money. Looking to strike a deal? You came to the right cookie.
Oh, she a business lady. Oh, she's one of those types. The fact that she just said time is money. Ooh. Oh, she good. I already like her personality. Love it tons. Anyway, so there's that. Now I need to go ahead and try and quest out for Manju cookie. And see how that goes out for me, because that's going to be bad if I'm not able to make that possible. Did I ever test cream soda? I don't think I ever tested cream soda cookie. Well, I know what to do for a future video, but with that being said, if you enjoy the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends if you enjoy my Kick Run content. And if you enjoy my content in general, then why not subscribe, and also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. And also down below in the description, you'll see links to all my social media, which includes a Twitter post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I get the Kick Your Run YouTube stuff for absolutely free. Ooh. There's a link to my Discord server called the Hypenese Hub, a link to my merchandise you can buy stuff to represent the channel, and lastly a link to my Ko-fi where for just $1 a month you can see exclusive content you wouldn't normally see in this normal YouTube channel. But above all else, I'll see you Entities and Guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese.